Well, good day, viewers. Welcome back to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And today is December 24th, 2023. Today would have been my father's, I believe, 115th birthday. He was born in 1908. Anyway, he's been gone now for 29 years, I believe. Anyway, enough of that, I guess. So that's the way that is. So here we are on Sunday for our afternoon fireside chat. But it's still the morning. Well, it's getting close to noontime, but anyway. So I thought I'd just do a little something here quickly today as I'm going to my son's place in a short while for afternoon Christmas Eve festivities. And I believe it's if it's minus degrees today or if it's not. I'll have a quick look here and see. That don't work. Everything is broke. Okay. It's 2 degrees Celsius at the moment. And that's the start of the January thaw. It's above zero for until next Saturday. Now, not above by an awful lot, but it's above. So there won't be any snow for the next week. And what we do have will probably be gone. Anyway, that's the way that goes too. And what else is going on today? Well, it's not a whole lot going on today. I see if I can get you set up here. I've got my kerosene lanterns on. I gotta fill that one over there by the wood stove. It's getting down. And that's why the flame is probably low. And that one's not too bad for the wick shape, but this one here has got a little, you can see the corners, or maybe you can't on the camera. No, you can't. Anyway, the corners of the flame on the outside edges are up a bit more than what's going on in the center of the flame, so the wick needs to be trimmed up on that fella. Because that's what causes soot. If you get the flame a little too high on the corners, then it'll produce soot. Don't want that. So here we are now. Let's see if we can set you down here somewhere so you can see most things. There we go. I kind of think you're a little bit crooked, maybe. There. Look at that nice sticker board there. I think I'll turn on the studio light just so everybody can see, even though I'm not placing a sticker today, but it's nice to see the nice stickers on here. Look at that studio light. Boy, that's something that I must say. Boy, I come up with quite a dandy there when I did that. High tech stuff here, boys. Now, I'll sit myself down. So it's 11:30, and we're supposed to be at my son's place at 2 o'clock or so. So I got a little time yet, but anyway, not a whole lot to talk about today. The new year, might as well talk about that. I might, and I might not, but I might work on that case tractor that you are sitting on. I might. I had a fella in here last night. He dropped off a little Christmas present. He's the fella that's the small engine guy that I buy parts and things from, and I bought the leaking beeping chainsaw from. Anyway, at least he's still coming to visit. Anyway, it wasn't that good there for a little bit, but anyway, we're still friends. So anyway, so I don't know what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I might work on the case. I might. Yeah, in the new year. Next week I got to get my truck fixed. I was driving along yesterday and some part of the exhaust fell off, so I got a truck that sounds like a race car at the moment, so I won't be driving that until probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll have to take it somewhere to get it fixed. I don't think Son can fix that, but we might take it to his place and put it up on the hoist and look at it anyway. But I kind of get a feeling that I might as well just take it right to a muffler shop. Holy cats, the muffler shops are busy here. You go by that place, the parking lot is completely full all the time, every day. Yeah, it's a busy, busy place. The place I'm thinking of has been there since I was about 16, maybe even before that. So it's been there a long, long, long time. And I still think the same people own it. Might have changed hands into the younger generation, but I still think the same people own it. Anyhow, that's what I got to get done with my truck. Like I say, I was just driving along, everything was normal, and all of a sudden, blah, 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 blah. So I can't, like, I didn't own the truck since new, but I've had it for, I guess maybe 12 to 13 years. The truck is an '05, so it's 18 to 19 years old actually. Getting close to 19. Yeah, so I've had it probably 13 years. So there's still the original exhaust on it. The only thing that was fixed on it, I believe, twice. There was a joint between the crossover and where the muffler is. It was kind of like a flex joint there. So it went bad, and then they fixed it. They just put piece of pipe in or something. Anyway, then that went bad, and I got it fixed again. So I'm kind of thinking that's what's gone again. But the rest of the system is still original exhaust on it. I worked at exhaust work before I get into the propane work. I should have stayed at the exhaust work, I guess. But anyway, like exhaust years ago, you'd be lucky to get, if you had a new car, you'd be lucky to get 3 years out of it. They rusted out badly. Just the type of metal today that they don't rust. They're kind of like an aluminized steel or something like that. That's what I made the loader on the MF12 tractor. The pipes on that are made out of exhaust pipe. So that, just having said that, might deter the fellow that seems to think that he might own them, the Massey Ferguson tractors. That's what he seems to think anyway. So anyway, it's great fun, this YouTube. Oh dear. So yeah, I got to get that fixed next week, and then my sister-in-law, she put in a propane wall-mounted instantaneous thankless heater, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, it's supposed to heat the house and heat her domestic hot water. She's only had it for maybe a year and a half, 2 years maybe. Nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. And of course, that's out of my league. I don't know anything about that kind of thing. It's all electronic. And anyway, when she was thinking about getting it, I said, you might want to reconsider going back to the oil furnace. She wanted to get rid of the oil and get a new oil furnace, or get a propane furnace. I said, yeah, well, anyway. I told her what I thought, but anyway, it didn't make any difference. So now the next thing that's going to go maybe, and my son messaged me last night because she's got no hot water again, and hasn't for the last number of days, that her old propane storage water heater is still in the basement. So all it was done was the pipes were taken off of it and it was left there. So he's thinking that maybe we can hook it back up and she could at least have hot domestic water. Now, I don't understand this furnace. Like, if it's making hot water for heat, I don't see why it wouldn't make hot water for domestic water. But like I say, this new stuff is way over my head. And I've always said, you're buying something like that, where are you ever going to give somebody a service or get parts for it, or they're the simpler things are the better things. You may not be as efficient, but by the time you put labor and parts into these newfangled efficiency things, it'll cost you more money than what you're saving the fuel. Is my opinion now. I'm sure there's somebody who will disagree, but that's just my opinion. Oh boy. As I was getting out of the propane business, they were putting in a lot of these kind of newfangled heating systems, and water heating systems, domestic water heater systems, and yeah, they're just, I knew then that they were just nothing but trouble, in my mind. Anyway, that's enough rant about that. Well, it seems that my fire is kind of going down here a bit. I may have to add a little piece of wood. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, I guess that's what's going on. The case might get looked at, and it might not. So now I can feel the rambling going to start? Oh, no, maybe not. So, some of you have seen, and there's actually quite a few views on it, on my cooking my steak in the wood stove last night. It was some tasty. Yes, sir. So I had a conversation with a fellow this morning about it, and I got thinking that maybe we should have cook a steak over a wood fire challenge. What do you think about that? And it doesn't necessarily have to be a steak. It could be a pork chop or whatever you want to cook. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in a wood stove. Just a fire pit with coals in it, wherever you want it to do it. Or in your wood stove. Dave's got a great wood stove there. I could see that, having the door open and having a grate like mine, having it right in his wood stove there, cooking steak on it. Yeah. Anyway, so there's a challenge for you. Cook whatever you like, steak or pork chop or whatever turns your fancy, on wood coals, hot coals from a wood burning fire. One suggestion is don't have flames. Wait till the flames are basically gone and then start cooking. You don't want the flames on it. That'll burn it for sure. The other thing that would be, and I might try it, is a big thick piece of bologna's. We just have to find somebody to supply that for us. I think bologna's would be real tasty on the wood fire. So anyway, I got back into doing this cooking with my grate, which I had made years ago, and had been cooking in there. I've cooked a lot of stuff in there over the years, but I all of a sudden kind of stopped and didn't do it anymore. So I guess a Gator from Gator's World is probably exempt from this cooking the steak on the wood fire, because he's already done it, and that's how I got back into doing it again. So Gator, if you're watching or whatever, you can do it if you like again if you want, but I think you're probably exempt. If you want to be exempt, then you're exempt. You don't have to do it. So anyway, so there's the challenge. Over the Christmas holidays, cook something on a wood fire. And believe me, you'll be glad you did, because it's the best way to cook. It's the best way to cook a steak or whatever. I'd love to do chicken on it, but I know I'd be having flames coming out the flue outside, up top. Yeah, chicken is good, but too much fat for a wood fire. So there you are. There's a challenge for everybody if they're interested in something like that. So I guess this is kind of coming to the end here now. I'm kind of running out of things to think of, and of course I can feel the rambling mode coming back. So I guess all I want to do now is wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And have a great Christmas Eve, which is today. So you ain't got your shopping done, boy, you're kind of in big trouble. I don't have to shop. I just give out money now. I don't bother with that foolishness anymore. So anyway, we'll just do a little fan around here And all the characters say Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year. And even though the case ain't running very well, it says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year too. And there's all kinds of other stuff in here that's probably saying the same thing. The kerosene lanterns and the wood stove and all those nice people on all those nice channels are all saying Merry Christmas and Happy New Year too. And of course, last but not least, even the leaking, beeping chainsaw is saying Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He's trying to get off Santa's naughty list. All right, have a great Christmas, people, and we'll see you in a few days.